afternoon, my friends. Happy Tuesday. It's the 5th of September today, and I hope you're doing well. We are quilting today. Finally, I can show this quilt some attention and start quilting it. I have just picked out the threads I would like to use, and I think I'll finalize the way that I would like to quilt it. I don't think I'm going to do stitchy in the ditchy. I'm going to possibly just do the technique that I love to do, and that is to sew 2 lines next to the seam line. I think if I do that throughout the whole quilt, it will give it a really nice sort of grid finish, which I think will complement the overall quilt very nicely. But of course I will show you the results as we go along, so you can sort of get a gauge of what I'm talking about. I'm doing something a little bit different with my threads. I'm not going to use just the white plain boring thread that I usually use. I'm going to use 2 colours. So this one's going to be in the bobbin, and it matches the colour of the backing very nicely. And then for the top, I'm going to use this really pale pink. So it's not going to be as stark as white, but it's not going to be like too pink. I think it will just sort of add a nice sort of niceness to it. I don't know, I obviously don't know any other descriptive words, but I think they will go very well together. I've just realised that one is a cotton and one is a polyester thread, so I think they should be okay together. I don't think it's going to make much of a difference. So now I'm just going to set my sewing machine up, get myself all prepped and ready to go, and yeah, we'll start quilting. Happy days. So out of my little pouch here, we need a new bobbin. This is where I store all of my machine bobbins, and yes, I have an empty one. I think I might also change the needle just so we're nice and fresh. I will use a Schmetz 9014 size. Luckily I've got one left. Or should I use the size 80? No, I'll use up the 90. That should be okay. And then I need my walking foot. Here it is, my lovely walking foot. I need a screwdriver so I can screw everything in, and that's it. The other thing I need is my gloves. Okay, my friends, I think we're ready to go. The quilt is prepped, the machine is prepped. Actually, no, it's not. I tell a lie because I haven't changed all of my settings. I usually like to have the pressure on the foot just a little bit like loose so that the machine can feed it through nicely. So just bring that up a bit, and I will change the stitch length. I usually have the stitch length on 2.5. For quilting, I might take it to 3, just notch it up just that little bit. Right, now I think we're ready to go. Most of you might already know this, but when I am quilting, I like to use quilting gloves just to give me some more grip in my fingers. And these ones are by Fons and Porter, and my beautiful UK bestie gave these to me. I should just raves about these, and she is rightly to do so because they are awesome. And I'm very grateful that she sent me a pair. Let's go. Wish me luck. We'll see how much we can get done today. is now the next day. It is Wednesday afternoon, and I didn't end the vlog yesterday, so I thought before I take the card out of this camera and edit what I did capture yesterday, I would show you just some of the quilting that I was able to do yesterday. I didn't manage to do a lot, but at the same time I started it, so that's all I can ask for. So this is what I managed to do, and I'm just doing some really basic straight line quilting. It's definitely not neat or anything like that, but you know, I'm not that worried. I'm not making this quilt for anyone but myself, and I found that by folding the edges up of the quilt and only keeping exposed the seam that I'll be sewing down, so I've only got this sort of seam exposed to quilt down. I've just found that a lot easier to handle because it's such a big bulky quilt. Just having the edges folded over and doing that after each line, yeah, it's just made a big difference in being able to control it. So I think I'll just be going slow and steady with finishing this quilt. I think as the month goes along, I'll just sort of like dip in and out of getting it finished just as I have the free time to do so, and with a whole lot of patience it will come together, and yeah, it'll look really good at the end, hopefully. So thanks for joining me today. I know that today's vlog was a little bit shorter than usual. Just some of these days are going to be quite short, just showing just little things happening during the day as I work around my other schedule of things. So thanks for joining me, and I will see you all again tomorrow. Bye bye.